All right, folks, UAW announcing that if there's not serious progress made by tomorrow noon, this strike against the big three automakers will intensify. Now, if there comes a point when all 144,000 UAW members strike at the same time, there will be significant economic damage. Now, this according to Anderson Economic Group, 10 days of lost production equals $5.6 billion in total economic loss. Now, the interesting aspect of this is that 75% of the public actually is in support of the UAW, but politicians on both sides of the aisle, they're not sympathetic. Yesterday, Steve Rattner, who you remember served as counselor to the Treasury Secretary in the Obama administration, wrote an op-ed in the New York Times. Look at what it says. The United Auto Workers is overplaying its hand, risking our economy and the election. Meantime, Republicans are using the old anti-union handbook, suggesting that these workers be fired or simply go look for a different job. I think it's a gargantuan mistake for the grand old party. Okay, listen, the history of unions in this country went from noble to sensible to greedy and destructive. The image of coal miners stuffed in an elevator car circa 1900, look at that. That's human bondage, folks. These type of conditions persisted until the infamous Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. And it was on March 25th, 1911, here in New York City. 146 workers perished. A lot of them just simply couldn't get out. All the doors are locked, right? They've taken these measures to make sure they never stop working. The success of unionization, though, shifted the narrative for union bosses, right? Away from how green was my valley to how green can I make my bank account. And it didn't take long for these bosses to move past reasonable demands to unreasonable shakedowns. And in the process, they actually began to harm individual businesses and destroying even industries. Heck, look at the damage they did to the auto industry. Then it came to corruption, right? Which we've seen a string of union bosses go to prison. It's never a surprise when another union boss goes to jail. Union bosses, of course, have also been shaking down their own members. So as a result, union membership has been in free fall for decades. I mean, decades, particularly in the private sector. Now, despite their free-falling membership, look at this. Collection of dues has gone to $10 billion. This was back in 2019, up from a little bit more than $5 billion in 2000. So they're shaking down their own members. Unions also got in bed with Democrats, and, well, the two have almost become undistinguishable from each other. Yet you could say it's ironic that the political party that says it's against monopolies works hand in hand with one of the strongest monopolies out there, American unions. Now, having said all of this, I'm not a union guy. It's obvious. I hate what the teachers union has done to education and to our children. And yet, in this case of the UAW at this precise moment, I think it's right and I think it's smart to back their efforts. And listen, of course, I'm not talking about, working 32 hours and getting paid for 40 hours. That's simply nuts. I understand that for me, that's just part of an initial part of negotiations, right? But to say that these workers are not due a raise is really folly. Since 2006, average hourly earnings for all workers up 69%, for factory workers, manufacturing workers up 58%. But look at this, for motor vehicle workers, only 38%. In fact, if you adjust it for inflation, their wages are actually down. So that's the real issue. The cost of living for all Americans is too high. And this takes us back to President Biden and his free money experiment. That's your main reason. And it's really sad because this is the last chance for these folks to get a raise. Many of them are going to lose their jobs as these EVs are the only choice that we'll have as consumers. Take a look at this. These are Tesla's profit margins. It just underscores the fact that you need fewer workers to make EVs. So at some point, these folks are going to be simply out of a job. I think the Republicans need to come there and help them out because they deserve a break right now, just like everybody else trying to deal with inflation.